I got hair transplants. Look how quiet the room got. And now everyone is looking at my forehead. It is kind of embarrassing to admit, because I think with anyone who's losing their hair, by the way, they just grew in. Don't they look real? Yeah. I mean, it is real, but it's like a chia pet. It's like, chia. Like, but it takes a while for it to grow. It's like after 4 months, you just see like, chia. So like right now I'm at like, yeah, but I haven't, the song's not done yet. So I was losing my hair, and anyone who's losing their hair knows it's kind of denial, like 10 years of denial. I'm just like, another bad haircut. It's so crazy. And I would do a lot to cover it up. I mean, it was getting really bad. I would have to grow my hair really long, and then I would straighten it. I would put topic spray. You guys know what topic spray is? Look at this room. Of course you do. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. I put topic spray, and basically when I get it into the shape a sculpture Michelangelo would blush at, then there's certain rules you have to follow. If it's a windy day, you don't leave the house. You just look out the window like, well, I'm sick today. The pool, that's a big one. Never putting your head under the water. Just sort of floating around. Like a gay alligator, just... Oh. No. You guys look like you're having fun. Bed, that's another one. But I'll get into bed with a guy, and they try and touch my hair. I'm like, yeah. So The thing is, as a gay guy, I'm very envious of hair. People with nice hairline. I can't tell if you're hot or you've got nice hair. And also, let me just say this. I do not think straight guys deserve nice hair. There, I said it. Thank you. Straight men do not deserve nice hair or nice asses. That is my rule. Oh, all these ex-football players walking around doing nothing with those asses. And I'll talk to my girlfriends. I'm like, do you like guys with nice butts? Like, we love big butts. I'm like, okay, but why? Because we can grab onto it during sex. Like, that's like ordering pasta to smell it. Okay, so I was like, I promised myself when I finally do well in my career, I've been doing this for 13 years, I'm like, I'm just gonna get it so I don't have to think about it anymore. So this has been a good year. So I know, and I decided, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it here in New York. I don't wanna go to Turkey. I just can't, I just seen all those pictures of those guys, hundreds of guys with their heads wrapped swollen like they're the alien from Mars Attacks. Like, I don't need to be going through customs and they're like, what did you bring back? Like, I wanna be ugly at home. So I found a really good doctor. Just as a PSA, if you are thinking about getting it done, you should meet with more than one doctor. So I met with a bunch of doctors, and I really liked one. So we had our consultation a year ago, April of 2022. And, he was nice. It was very thorough, showing me what he's going to do. He asked a lot of lineage questions. His first question to me was, who else in your family is balding? And I said, no one. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, my older brother, full head of hair. My dad, full head of hair. And he goes, what about your mom's dad, your grandpa? And I said, without missing a beat, I go, my grandpa is a Mexican with a 1-inch forehead. His hairline starts here. He asked me a question that I didn't understand at first. He said, what kind of hairline do you want? Now, what he meant by that was, how much do you want to pay? Because you're paying per hair. Literally, they're counting the amount of hairs. I got 2,700 grafts. I paid per hair. But they don't want to start the conversation that way. So they say, what kind of hairline do you want? Well, I didn't get it. So when he said that, I go, oh, I want to look like Scar, the gay lion from The Lion King. Yeah. Scar is gay, right? We agree on Scar being gay. An elephant graveyard. Okay, sure. That song, Be Prepared, was about douching. And yes. The amount of times I've been on my bathroom floor on a Friday night, be prepared. Remember those hyenas? They even walked a little differently afterwards. Do you remember that? The lions must have been so confused. They're like, oh my God, the hyenas are here to kill us. They're like, we're here for anal. we have a gay leader. So we decided we were going to do the surgery August 29th. So end of August, beginning of September, you have to take 2 weeks off. And leading up to the surgery, I mean, it's a pretty big deal. You have to get a lot of blood work. They have to check everything. You can't have anything that thins the blood. So no ibuprofen, no fish oil pills, because it's a 10-hour surgery. I know. And they say, we're not going to put you under. We're going to give you just enough meds so that you're kind of like in and out. So I show up, and they tell you not to eat breakfast. So they give me the meds right away. Actually, let me know if you think this is a lot. They gave me 2 Valium and an Ambien. Okay, that is a lot. I know. I think that they had a conversation beforehand. They were like, well, he's a New York gay, so we better... I never said I was gay, but obviously I have gay voice. It's kind of hard to hide. And do you know what's funny about gay voice? Is that is not just an American phenomenon. If you speak another language, you can still hear the gay voice. Oh, in Italian, allora, oggi che sono andato a comprare qualcosa al negozio. Spanish, German, even click tribes are like, girl. Like, it is... I'm gonna get canceled. Whatever, I'm not even on TV, it's fine. But here's the thing, they gave me the meds. You guys, I don't do drugs, I barely drink. I have no drug tolerance. They could have given me a Tylenol PM, I would have been out. They could have given me a Flintstone vitamin, I would have been like, woo! Like, just... They gave me those meds. I was, 20 minutes later, the last thing I remember is my doctor was drawing on my hairline, and I said, I think the younger actress in House of Dragon is better. I did not wake, that's true, I did not wake up once for 10 hours. You guys, I slept the whole time, and I was like, okay, they must have had a lunch break or something. Like, just eating a Caesar salad over my dead body, like... This queen can't hold her liquor. Like, I just was... I woke up 10 hours later. I was like, No, what a dumb reference. When I woke up, they were wrapping my head. It was really blurry. And the nurses kept saying, they're like, Matteo, keep your head straight. I'm like, I'm trying to. So as they're getting ready, to send you home, you have to have an emergency contact there to pick you up. And even though it's in New York, I'm just going to take an Uber home. They're like, no, someone has to be. It's like a whole thing, right? So all my family's in Chicago. So my emergency contact was my best friend, Nick. And yes, if you don't know Nick, we went to the Olive Garden together. Okay, so... You should watch it. Okay, so Nick was there to pick me up, and it was very obvious who was there to pick me up because it was the only man in the lobby with a purse and and hair. So as they're getting ready for me to leave, the nurse goes, "Okay, Nick, Matteo's ready to go, but you're gonna have to help him into the Uber because the drugs haven't worn off yet." And Nick goes, "Let's go, Lindsay Lohan." Nick is an awful emergency contact. I live on a 6th floor walk-up. He could not help me up the stairs. I was helping him. By floor 2, he was like, tell my mother I love her. I was so high and so used to running up those stairs, I felt like Mr. Burns in that X-Files episode on The Simpsons. Remember, he's like, I bring you love. Like, that was me. Nick, I do love Nick. He is my best friend. He's the funniest person I know. But he has no redeeming qualities. To describe Nick, he's about 6'4", 120 pounds, only wears women's blouses, and sounds exactly like Squidward from SpongeBob. So, like, a typical conversation with Nick, I'll be like, hey, Nick, what are you doing? I'm watching a murder mystery, and if you call me again, you'll be the next mystery. One time, a cab wouldn't pick us up in Brooklyn because we looked too gay. I know. It was at this place called the Bell House. So we call this cab, and it's me, my friend Patty, and Nick. Now, I'm always sort of dressed like a deli worker. And my friend Patty is 5'4", long red hair, sort of dresses like a backup dancer to Paula Abdul. And Nick is in a backless hospital gown. I have no idea. We even said throughout the night, like, Nick, what are you wearing? Your guess is as good as mine. So we call this cab. He pulls up. We walk up. The second we go to open the door, he locks it. And this is the last look the cab driver gives us before he flies off. He goes... and just drives off. Patty's running after the cab. He's like, fuck you, motherfucker, you son of a bitch. Nick goes, now, he had a point. Nick, okay, this is, everyone groans when I say this story, but you guys are a good audience. So, Nick, we were talking about when you call customer service, right? And I said it's so annoying because you get the automated voice message and you just want to talk to the operator. I said when you finally get to the operator, be nice to them because people are so mean to them that if you're nice to them, you'll get whatever you want. Nick goes, oh, not me. I go straight for the jugular. I go, why? What happened? Well, I was waiting in line in Verizon for about an hour and this person picked up. She goes, this is Sally from Verizon. How can I help you? I said, Sally, I'm going to immediately need to speak to your manager because I can tell you're not going to be able to help me. They said, no, Sally's great because she sent him to the fraud department. They have another 40 minutes like, fraud department. And I really worried about Nick during the pandemic because when everything shut down in New York and everyone was leaving, I was like, okay, Nick's not domesticated. My mother's Italian and Mexican. I could raise a garden in my bathroom and live for the rest of my life fine. Nick doesn't even know how to grocery shop. He eats Chipotle 5 times a week, and he keeps getting kicked out of Chipotle. No, hand to God, he called me, well, I got kicked out of Chipotle again. I'm like, why? What did you do? Well, I was waiting in line. It was a lunch rush hour, and this person in front of us ordered 50 burritos for a kid's birthday party, so I got everyone in line to turn against him, and the manager came up to me and said, Miss, you're going to have to leave. Just insane. So, I worried about Nick. So I called Nick. I said, Nick, they're shutting everything down. You're going to have to go grocery shopping. He's like, I'm not grocery shopping. I said, Nick, you don't have a choice. Look, if you're nervous or you're worried, I can help you, okay? Let's make a list together. Let's just start with breakfast. What do you have for breakfast every morning? Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. I said, well, they're closing Dunkin' Donuts, Nick, so you're going to have to make your own iced coffee. And he goes, I'm not Laura Ingalls Wilder. So Nick died. No, Nick is such a terrible emergency contact. That whole 2 weeks while I was at home recovering from hair transplants, it's very boring. Everyone keeps asking me the same thing. They're like, was it painful? I'm like, it actually really wasn't that painful. It's just very delicate. They give you a whole list of instruction and rules, like you cannot touch your hair. You have to sleep at a 45-degree angle. You have to take these Epsom salt baths. You have to spray your head. You're on steroids and antibiotics. It's just a lot. And also, you're just home alone. And here's the thing. I'm a New Yorker. I'm gay. I live by myself. Usually if I'm home for a week, I'm having sex at least once. But this time I was like, well, unless someone loves Hellraiser, I don't know who the fuck is going to come over. It's a lot of downtime. It's a lot of jacking off. And you know what I've discovered? I'm 36. Jacking off, I think I'm over it. I do. I mean, it's not fun anymore. I'm doing it, but I'm doing it with the same enthusiasm I have when I go to the bank. I'm like, let's get this over with. Sometimes I pretend to be my own wife, and I'm like, not tonight, honey. So I decided to treat myself. I was like, you know what? I follow this guy on Instagram. He's super hot. He's like ripped and looks Dominican and like tattoos. His name's Mr. Exotic. That's really embarrassing. And he's always pushing his OnlyFans. I was like, I'm going to get this guy's OnlyFans. So I get it. I subscribed. And I will say, the energy around jacking off that night, I was like, oh, I made a purchase.